IVM.
All right, welcome to another episode of IVM Likes. I am your host, Antariksh Thakkar. Joining me on this episode are two of my very close friends, Abhineet and Rishi. What's happening, Abhineet? How are you doing, man?
I'm good. It's midweek, and
Midweek,
I'm just
midweek
waiting.
tensions.
Yeah.
All man, so much work, so much tension. All this midweek. I totally get what you mean, man. And Fridays are bloody excellent, though. Huh? Like when you can
Oh, yeah.
put off the rest of your work for Monday. That's a good
Yeah.
feeling. अब
So
Monday
then-
देखेंगे, बाद में देखेंगे वैसे. Okay.
True.
So, welcome, Abhineet. Thanks for joining us on this episode. Also joining Abhineet and me is Rishi. Hey, man.
Hey,
Rishi,
hello.
buddy. You're coming
How's
here.
everyone?
Even though, Rishi, we see you on every episode of IVM Likes, you are
Yeah.
not on every episode of IVM Likes.
Yeah. Kind of.
Rishi is our sound engineer for the show and many other shows. For Cyrus Says also. If any of you are listeners of Cyrus Says, you will know that Cyrus occasionally references Rishi and Rishi's dictatorial ways when it comes to sound.
Bullies me. on every
Yeah,
recording.
literally, yeah. All right. So on this episode of IVM Likes, we're going to be talking about movies based inside video games. So we'll talk about what that means. We'll talk about what it does not mean, which is movies based on video games. So we'll get to that also. We'll talk about some of our favorites. I know I have recently seen Free Guy, which I really liked. And that made me think that this would be an interesting topic for an episode of IVM Likes. So yeah, all that and more coming up on this episode. We'll see you right after this very short break. The Matrix, iRobot, The Terminator, 2001 A Space Odyssey. There have been tons of epic movies that revolve around AI and the possible dangers it poses to humanity. AI is often shown as this thing that should be feared and can easily get out of control. But that's not really the case. Luckily, Intel's Digital Readiness Program is here to empower everyone with skill sets, mindsets, and tool sets to use in an AI-fueled world, so you can be ready to develop AI for even sports if you want to. As part of Intel's AI for Youth program, Intel's been working with the CBSE, the Ministry of Education, and the Government of India to empower today's youth to build social impact solutions while demystifying what AI is. How do you take advantage of this? Purchase an Intel powered PC and you get free access to 80 plus hours of immersive and hands-on training about AI. On completion of the program, along with the certificate, you get access to AI toolsets to try and put what you learned to good use. So don't wait. Log on to futurebanawonderful.intel.com. Future Banaw Wonderful by bringing home an Intel powered PC. And we're back talking about movies based inside video games. So upfront, we should specify that there's a difference that Abhineet also asked me just before the recording started, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Abhineet, your question was?
Yeah. So my question was like, if we are talking about any movie, and does it include in this conversation if the movie is based on a video game, or the game should be played inside of the movies?
Yeah. So again, the distinction for this episode is we're talking about movies based inside video games. That means characters in the movie at some point are inside a video game, or at least primarily inside a video game.
Mm-hmm.
And they play different characters inside that video game. So there can be a real world and a video game world. What Abhineet is talking about is like Assassin's
Basically,
Creed
maybe,
or Mortal
yeah,
Kombat.
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia.
or-
Those are movies based on video game stories and
True.
characters. So not that. That's not what we're talking about. Not in this episode. We have done episodes covering those. So if you guys want to check those out, please just search that on IVM Likes. I will share a link to that episode in the description of this episode. So please look out for that. Let's start off with the most
Free
recent
Guy.
one. The most recent movie in this genre is Ryan Reynolds starring Free Guy. And
Yeah.
sorry, I said the other way around. Free Guy starring Ryan Reynolds. It could go either way. What do you guys think of Free Guy, guys?
It was fun. Yeah.
Oh, I really liked it, but
Yep.
like it was really fun. Like the visuals, the visual effects was on point. It actually looked like a video game.
Same. I liked a lot of things about this movie. Especially Ryan Reynolds has now reached a point where you can tell that he's playing a Ryan Reynolds character. You know,
Like third
Like-
person. No?
yeah, he's like talking in third person, very snide remarks, cynical, a lot very
And the
sarcastic.
fact that he can do anything he wants in his movies now.
Yeah, now he's
Mm,
now
yeah.
he's Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds, dude. He's just playing Ryan Reynolds. So basically, like what I mean by the Ryan Reynolds character is the Deadpool character, if you know what I mean. The
Yeah.
character
Yeah.
is still very similar to Deadpool. Like the way the guy talks, the jokes he makes, and how he don't take most things, at least in speech, he don't take most things seriously, and blah blah blah. Kind of works though for this movie. Also,
Mhm.
what I really liked was the game mechanics, how they show the game mechanics. Like, firstly, the story is kind of cool. Also,
Yeah.
where this guy is an NPC, which is a non-playable character, becomes kind of sentient in a way, and realizes that he is in video game he first realizes that he's in a world that is not what he thought it was. It basically turns out it's a
like
video game.
Matrix. Like
Exactly.
he's
So
trying to
Yeah.
escape.
that is one more movie that would fall in this category, even though we don't think of it as a video game. Matrix would
Mhm.
fall in this category. You're kind of in the same ballpark kind of area. Like also Avatar would kind of fall in this category to some extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right? So very similar to Matrix, Avatar would be kind of considered.
But what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Truman Show, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I
Have
get
you-
it.
have you
It is
seen-
kind of that. It
Yeah.
is
Same
yeah,
Like-
concept, no? All of
Yeah,
them follow.
yeah.
Yep.
Like they do exactly the same thing. It's just that he was not inside of a video game. It was more like a reality
a simulation.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
kind of simulation, basically.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah.
Very true. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Right? That is, that's very true. Although, like, did it kind of like make you like sad that Ryan Reynolds' character was not a real person, a real thing?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Do you
I-
remember
I-
that
I-
scene when she like
Tells him.
yeah.
She tells him,
She takes him to that
Yeah.
gamers club or something like that, and then
yeah.
she tells him, and he goes all chhan se jo toota koi sapna moment.
He goes- yeah, correct, exactly. But also like some cool cameos also in this movie. Like
Yeah.
Channing Tatum was quite funny in that
Oh
cameo.
yeah.
The tiny cameo. He's one of those sunglasses dudes, sunglasses guys.
It was so cool. The sunglasses, the concept about sunglass and becoming a player,
Becoming a player. Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
wear them in
So-
your work.
because it's more like a
Yeah.
VR headset sort of thing
Yeah. And
inside the game.
correct. And Taika Waititi is in this movie also. He's the boss, the evil boss,
Yeah,
the bad guy, whatever, who stole their code and all. The main character's code. So this won't necessarily be like a spoiler review. That you can watch other channels for that if you guys are interested. We're just telling you guys to watch this movie, and it's a good movie. It's a good Ryan Reynolds flick that you will have a good time with. You can watch it over like a meal or something. And
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough. So let's get into what other kind of movies do you remember in this genre, guys? Like, so we already talked about Matrix could be considered in this genre, even
Yeah.
though it's not typically a video game, but it is a simulation. So
Yeah.
if you consider video games simulations,
And
which they
in
are,
altered
Mhm.
carbon can.
altered
Fallen.
carbon. So it can and cannot also, in a way, because altered carbon is about you're still in the real world, right? But
Mhm.
you are just wearing a sleeve,
Sleeve,
which is
yeah.
you're wearing another person's body, or you're just wearing another body.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the premise, which is kind of like Avatar more, because Avatar you're still in the real world, you're just wearing another
Mhm.
sleeve. You're wearing
Yeah.
another avatar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this. Okay, we'll come back to the Matrix thing. But in 2009, there's a movie called Gamer starring Gerard Butler. And the movie's it's a very interesting take on this genre where once you play the video game, right, you are controlling another person in the same real world. Like you're controlling another living person.
Oh, okay.
Does
As
that-
if like
does-
yeah.
if
Another person has to be playing also the video game.
No, so the
No,
other
right?
the other person has somehow been indebted into the game
Okay.
where they have given up their own body to be able to play the game.
Oh.
Okay, so like in whatever way, like I forgot, I think something to do with Gerard Butler was that he was in debt or something, and so he was like, okay, fine, this is the way to make like good money, so I'll just make myself a playable character in this game. So basically, you have to enter this complex, and once you enter this complex, there are like things implanted in your neck or something, and that lets you be able to be controlled by
Mhm.
something else. So once someone is controlling you, you have no free will basically. Like they will do
Yeah.
everything the other person is doing from their virtual space. Okay, in through their virtual space, whatever.
Mm.
And so it's very cool. There's like great action. So what I'm saying is that's the only movie for me that would count, even though it's in the real world, but it's still a
Mhm.
video game. It's an actual video game in this world, but we are still doing it in the real world. It's like a whole dichotomy that I can't put into words that easily. But check out Great Game World. Actually, like a quite decent movie, I would say.
Oh yeah, it sounds really fun.
Yeah. Also, you know who
Mhm.
the villain is? Is the guy from Michael C. Hall from Dexter. He is the villain,
Oh.
the main guy from Dexter, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one. Then we have so we talked to coming back to the Matrix. The Matrix, why it applies for me is it's very similar to these kind of movies. Of course, we can see surface level pay. You plug that in, you go into the virtual world, and that's you're going inside the Matrix. That's there basically that the video game world, right?
Yeah.
But so like video games in the Matrix, right? Like video games, you can learn new skills. Like he learns kung fu famously
Mm.
from
Yeah.
right. You can upgrade
Download.
yeah, download. You can upgrade. Yeah, you can upgrade your skills. So you can like, in a sense, like Trinity didn't know how to fly a helicopter, and then suddenly she knows how to fly a helicopter.
Yeah.
So you're upgrading your skills, right? You can get like new ammunition and stuff just by like hitting a command, right, from the outside. So that you can also like fight, of course, and solve mysteries. But if you die in the real world, which is also another like trait in these kind of movies, right? Very often, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jumanji, I think, had a similar one. Or Jumanji, no. Jumanji, it was you can't escape the game unless you finish the quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I think the death thing. Okay, but it was implied, right? Like if they
You can
finish all the
respawn.
Yeah.
lives.
yeah.
I mean, the guy
Then
eats, no?
couple of times.
No, correct. But
Yeah.
there was like a limit to how many lives you
Limit.
have, right?
Lives, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Like
think
if you
the implication was that if you die here, you will die in the real world also.
But you don't exist in the real world, no?
Oh, because you've been sucked inside, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be
like,
trapped.
you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have any physical
Yeah, in
level.
Jumanji it was you'll be trapped in this forever
Yeah.
once you finish out all these lives. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what other movies do you guys remember in this genre?
Oh, there's this one called Ready Player One.
Yes, Steven Spielberg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yes, it's a great movie. Based in future, we are like living
I
inside
love the
our
tech
room.
in that movie.
Oh yeah,
Imagine if we
yeah,
had
yeah.
that.
Man, so many anime and video game characters make it to that movie, dude. Like in the background and all. It's so cool. One more thing is so I've never seen Ready Player One. I've heard a lot
Oh.
about it, and I've always wanted to watch it. So I will be checking it out pretty like quite soon.
Definitely,
Sometime.
because you know I like for me I find it very relatable कि ऐसा हो सकता है future में, that sort of vibe, because it's all based on VR, and it's not like कि, for example, say Free Guy,
Yeah.
it's a little far fetched, but then if we place this in future, Ready Player One, I think if we are going inside of a video game and we have all our like facilities and all our perks of being inside a game, I find that very relatable. कि
Yep.
this could happen.
Yeah, and also like again that Ready Player One has the trait of the real world is basically shit, right?
True.
Everything is broken and falling down. It
Yeah.
almost seems like a post-apocalypse kind of world, but it's not.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it does seem that way.
So after COVID, it became
That's what it
very
becomes.
close to reality.
Yeah, that's what it becomes after COVID. Correct. That's we're living in that's a post-COVID world that Steven Spielberg was trying to show.
Like almost all the movies, no, based in post-apocalyptic world.
But
Like all
that's
the
Matrix. Sorry.
Like all the open world games. Coming back to Ready Player One, like a lot of people are saying that the book is way much better than the movie. Like it has more stuff.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
literally read while doing research for this episode. I read that the movie was the best iteration of the source material. Like in the sense, like,
Okay.
it's a superior.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call iteration of the
Uh,
source material? Like it's better than source material. Basically, what I'm trying to say. Because apparently, Steven Spielberg changed some elements in the story and the script and all, which kind of worked out for that. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen either, so I haven't read or seen.
Mm-hmm.
the movie is great.
Yeah. So actually one of my favorite movies in the genre is Jumanji, the new one,
Oh,
starring Kevin Hart and Jack Black, Karen Gillan and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And the first one was just hilarious, dude. It came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it to come. I was never expecting another Jumanji movie. Who was expecting another Jumanji movie?
Yeah.
But it came out of nowhere and was just outright hilarious, dude. So funny. Oh man, that was great. Again, so that one, the normal world is literally present day world, right? But they go inside this video game, which I don't know if how many of you know there was a 90s movie called Jumanji,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
starring
yeah,
I've
that's
Robin
seen
Williams,
that,
which
yeah.
was based on a
yeah,
board game. They go inside a board
yeah.
game, which a board game world comes to life in a way. This one they're
Mhm.
sucked inside a video game in the new one.
In
Uh,
that movie, like first one was so crazy. Like the animals come back in the real world as well.
yeah,
Like
correct,
yeah,
exactly. So that, again, very interesting take on
Yeah.
the thing.
So there
Uh,
was also this movie called Zathura back in 90s.
Okay, what's it about?
So
I haven't
so
heard of it.
it's again a board game movie,
Okay.
which is haven't like none of you saw that one.
No man.
Rishi, even okay. So this is basically again a board game movie, which is based in like space, outer space, and stuff.
Oh,
So what happens is they play the game and then they get cards and then like something like weird shit. I'll not give it away.
yeah, yeah. I've seen this movie. Yeah,
yeah.
So
seen this
there's
movie.
one
Yeah,
scene where the house floats in space, outer space, and they cannot go outside. And then there are like aliens and stuff. And
yeah.
it's really fun.
Like He
because
also tries to convince his sister or something. No, about this.
yeah. So think of it as like as a 10-year-old watching some board game and sci-fi shit.
Yep. Okay. Very cool, man. Zathura. This is a board game
Zathura.
movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Also,
So
more recently there have been so in 1984 there was the first Tron, the movie that had come out, 1984, and
I haven't watched
that was
Tron.
for its time considered to be like a very path-breaking CGI for at least like, for computer-generated graphics. It was very path-breaking for its time because even though the story wasn't great, it was the first movie that that applied computer-generated graphics for its video game world. And
Mhm.
since then, it's basically like every movie needs some kind of CGI anyway. So that was like very
Yeah.
path-breaking for its time. And then 2010 or something, I forgot when, but there was a Tron Legacy,
Mhm.
which again wasn't as path-breaking for CGI wise, but it was path-breaking in the way that it was the first movie that applied digital de-aging technology that they used on Jeff Bridges' face. That since has been used in a lot of movies, and for instance, in Avengers they use it on Iron Man's face, and
Mhm.
they use it on Samuel L. Jackson in Captain Marvel. So yeah, they've done all that stuff. Cool stuff, man. So that was the Tron, the Tron movies, and those motorcycle rides, those races look cool as hell, dude. Looks so damn cool.
Okay,
Uh,
so quick question. I have one quick question. Do you think India can make anything around like board games and stuff? Like maybe going inside a Ludo or Snakes and Ladder, maybe.
Ludo.
I don't know.
Or is there a movie like in Bollywood movie which is like which fits in this category?
I don't think I tried to think of a movie for Bollywood also that would fit in this category, but I couldn't think of one. But recently I saw this movie
Oh,
with,
okay. There is one. It just came to my mind. Ravan.
but it's not in a video game, is it? Is it?
It is.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Ravan, dude. That's the thing.
So the thing is, the video game characters come to the real world here,
Oh,
like the hero and the
Hmm.
villain. So they
Oh,
come
okay.
outside of the game and they are trying to destroy the real world.
Okay, fair enough. I did see one recently. I was just randomly watching TV and this movie came up. It's a movie starring Shraddha Kapoor and Aditya Roy Kapoor. Not Ashiki. This is like what is this movie? Wait, I'll just look it up quickly. Shraddha Kapoor, Aditya Roy Kapoor. It's about they are both they both fall in love with each other, but they have to both go abroad or something.
Okay, Janu.
Okay, Janu. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Okay, Janu. It was coming on TV and I was watching it recently. And in this, basically, like Aditya Roy Kapoor is a video game developer, and he makes a video game based loosely on his life, basically, in a way. And so when playing that video game, he is inside the video game. But that's like a very tiny part of
Hmm.
the movie, so I can't really say it was based inside a video game. Yeah, guys, would Inception
Yeah.
apply? Inception,
Okay. Again, there's no game as such.
Like dreams, no.
dreams,
Yeah.
correct, but you are in a simulation in a way. If dreams are a simulation again,
Okay. So if we are considering
see,
that, then
if you die,
there
you
are.
go into limbo
But the
or
thing
whatever.
is, whenever they are in their dreams, they know that they are in their dreams.
So these people also
They are
know they're in the
already
video
like
game.
awake now.
These people also know they're in the video game, right? But they're asleep.
Hmm.
Like each level, like sorry, at the topmost level they're asleep, right? They're
Yeah.
going down levels.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It kind of applies.
Maybe the elite
It's kind of
movies of this category.
yeah. Again, like it's like a different twist on this category
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
movies. Like how Matrix is another twist, right?
So there's
yeah.
another movie called The Source Code. Have you watched it?
Oh, dude, I have seen
Yeah.
it. Oh, dude, great
So,
movie starring Jake
great
Gyllenhaal, right?
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
And,
Oh, I've forgotten about Source Code, dude.
So
great,
it's
great.
again in the same space then. Like so you are like
Yeah.
it's again not a game but then simulation of some sort.
It's about like living through the same thing.
Yeah.
That movie kind of reminds me of Edge of Tomorrow, starring Tom Cruise and
yeah.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is also again based on a manga, if I'm not wrong. Like Ready Player One was based on a manga as well. But yeah, Source Code is a very good movie, dude. It's about
Yeah,
this Jake Gyllenhaal's character who died in like a bomb blast in a train, right? Or something, or in a city or something. And
Like which character are you talking about? Like
talking about Jake,
actual like the army one or the one who was on the train?
the one who was on the train. Like no, because
Yeah.
we like premise wise we need only the train guy, right? To
Yeah,
know the
yeah.
premise of the movie. And so this character basically is living through the same moment again and again about this certain bomb blast that came from somewhere. And each time he goes back to that moment, he has to figure out or try to deduce who it was that planted that bomb or whatever, like
Yeah,
detonated that
yeah.
bomb, you know. It's
It's
very
a
interesting. Check it
beautiful
out.
concept.
Yeah,
Beautiful
great concept.
concept.
Absolutely. Agreed. So
Because
again, that's a
I-
simulation in a way.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a spoiler also for the movie. Sorry, guys. if we tell you it's a simulation, it's a spoiler. Okay. Anyway, moving on. There are a couple of more movies we should talk about before we get to some more of the traits.
Yeah, so this one thing which I wanted to talk about. So basically, right now we are not talking about the games which are like converted into movies. But then, have you ever thought of GTA, like any GTA game becoming a movie?
So the thing is, GTA movies themselves are such cinematic experiences. Especially
Yeah.
like GTA 4 onwards. Actually, dude, even GTA Vice City was story-wise was so good, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the cinematic, like everything was, all the cutscenes and all was so interesting. And dude, the characters are like always flamboyant and very loud and very believable, actual real world characters. Like quirky, of course, but very cool
Mhm.
characters. So I think the games themselves are so
Vast. You know?
yeah, so exactly. They seem like actual lived in worlds that
Mhm.
I think there would be no point in making that into a video game. So I'm sure they've thought of it. The biggest video game franchise is GTA. The GTA
Yeah.
5 is the highest grossing video game in history. In all of history,
Mhm.
GTA 5 is. So they've definitely thought of this. How could they not have, right? Like if it's such a
True,
big
true.
thing, it's so popular, video games such a big
Yeah.
industry, they obviously want to capitalize on this. But I'm sure they've gone to like, dude, we create such beautiful stories for video games. There's no way you can do justice to it in a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
In like a 3-hour movie, because these
Makes
games are like
sense,
a
yeah.
20-hour campaign and
Hmm,
30-hour campaign.
yeah.
So I would love to see it, but I'm pretty sure they would f it up.
Yeah.
Because
So it's basically
Yeah.
again like there is no good Dragon Ball Z movie.
exactly,
Also,
exactly,
the Need for Speed movie.
exactly. So exactly. So
Oh,
again, so
yeah.
another discussion that we should be talking, another that should be having, is that Hollywood somehow is good at making video game. Sorry, is good at making movies based inside video games, but not based on video games. Almost exclusively,
Mm,
all the
yeah.
movies based on video games, like video game movies, have been bad. So
Yeah.
like Ready Player One was saying. I'm saying Assassin's Creed was bad.
Assassin-
World of Warcraft wasn't great.
Prince of Persia was like okay.
It was
not-
also okay.
yeah,
Again,
okay,
not
maybe,
like
yeah.
not like a movie like, oh, you can't miss it. You know, like it was so great.
Mhm.
Prince of Persia, I would
Uh,
say, is up till now the best in the genre. But that's not saying much, I would say. At least I can think of at least.
Then-
there's a
then
Mario
this-
movie which is panned as
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
worst movies ever made. If you guys
I
know
just
Also
found
the
out
Sonic
yesterday.
movie. It was
Sonic
great.
movie was quite good. I
Uh,
heard. Yeah,
Like a lot of
Mhm.
people thought it will like.
but again,
go
that's
down.
like one in like a million. You know, like
Yeah, exception.
that's an exception to the rule. Yeah, exactly.
Then again, Mortal Kombat came this year, but it's not good.
Yeah, again, yeah, all the Mortal
Yeah.
Kombats haven't been good, man. Or at least for the latest one, I was hoping that they would have like good action. How's the action in the latest one?
Like it's okay. Like if you are a Mortal Kombat fan and if you are expecting some like gross shit, but then
I'm
it's
expecting
it's
some
not
awesome
that.
fatality.
Yeah. Like brutality and like it's not there. Like you would enjoy the anime more.
Is the Mortal Kombat anime?
Yeah, there are like couple of anime movies.
Oh, yeah,
Anime-
the Wrath of Scorpion
animated
and all.
movies.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are fun.
Huh. Cool. Fair enough. What about
Because,
would the Lego movie apply?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of category of like Lego, Trolls,
yeah.
Pixel.
Pixels,
Pixel,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Pixel
seen
is a
Pixels,
nice
but
one.
again, I know all this thing, all the entire genre.
Then there's again this movie called Wreck-It Ralph. Although
Yeah.
it's animated,
Yeah.
but then it's again a video game inside of a movie.
they're characters inside a video game, right? And
Yeah.
one of the characters goes against his programming. He's programmed to be the bad guy or something. Right?
Yeah, and then he tries to become a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it fucks up the machine, then they try to shut it down and so.
So Free Guy looks like they have taken elements from all these different movies and like
Yeah.
did a very good job of combining all these elements.
Mm.
Like you're talking about this Wreck-It Ralph, he wants to be a good guy in the game. That's Free
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, true. When
Yeah.
you were talking about NPC, for some reason I imagined Aryan Khan being in that movie, Free Guy.
Oh, you said NCB because you thought NCB.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
all,
The Cruise Ship is such a great video game. I don't want to play it. Yeah.
Worst location.
Worst location. Yeah, correct.
It's
Imagine a
almost
GTA,
like he was
yeah,
spawned in. Like
GTA
when
in
you
a
die and
cruise.
spawn.
A cruise-based GTA would be quite fun. Anyway,
awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
so I don't think Spy Kids is the last movie I had written down. Have you guys seen Spy Kids, the 3D one, the one where they go inside
Yeah.
the video game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
Okay, but
Okay.
then I
Horrible, like,
I
so
really
bad.
enjoyed it.
You did?
I
Dude,
yeah,
even as a
because
kid when I
was
saw
a
it. Okay,
kid.
exactly. Again, agreed. I was a kid when I saw it, but even then I did not like it at all, dude. It was just terrible. And the main kid is just so irritating, dude. Like, oh man, I hate that guy's face only. I mean, no
was
offense
his
to the
name, like,
actor.
Cody Banks or what?
No, that's Agent Cody Banks. That's Oh, but
Okay,
this kid's
that-
name is also Cody, maybe? I
Oh,
don't know.
Cody.
Could be wrong.
I don't think it was Banks, but then his name was maybe no, not Cody. His name was Judy.
Yeah, something with D. Yeah,
Something. Yeah.
like ending with D, not the like, starting with D. But you're right. Okay. So let's. What other traits can you guys think of in this? So we've talked about dying. We've talked about you have to always beat the game or complete a quest. We've talked about. Okay. Well, another trait that I've noticed is very often in the video
Mhm.
game, right? The main protagonist will fall for a girl or
Yeah.
a significant other, like
Yeah.
a guy. If it's the main character is a girl, which I don't think has happened. I think the main character is always
Been a
a
guy.
guy. I mean, in Free Guy, they kind of changed. In Free Guy, they kind of changed that. There were two main characters, the girl and the guy.
Yeah.
And whatever, Brandon's character. But yeah, so they always fall for the character that makes them fight harder.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and try to beat the game more, not give up, willpower, that kind of stuff.
I find it very, very Bollywood vibe.
Very.
Like Bollywoodish.
Oh, okay. This
Like the hero
inserting
getting
the
down and then
romantic angle.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's his girlfriend who is like shouting his name and then suddenly he gets all the power inside him and then he fights everything.
Yeah.
So, but
So-
then it looks cool.
It looks cool. Which of these movies you think has shown the best video game mechanics for you? Like for me, I
Video
would
game
say
make-
I would say Jumanji is the because they troll video game mechanics in a way. Like Kevin Hart's character, for instance,
Mhm.
his weakness is strength or something, or his weakness is power or something like that. Like, how can your weakness be power? It is ridiculous, but it's so funny, dude. So they do that in a very funny way. In Jumanji, they show spawning and dying and respawning, also quite funny, where you fall from the sky again.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they do that quite well in Jumanji. But all movies show video game graphics in their own ways, of course. Video game mechanics in their own ways. For instance, Free
Definitely.
Guy shows it when you put on the sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
You can see all the things that you want to see. You can see people's health bars. You can see the amount of money people have, and you can see the amount of money you will get by if you steal. You can see when someone dies, there's money just hanging in the air.
Yeah.
Also, like
Right.
the health packs.
The
that
health
are
packs,
lying
exactly.
around.
That's why you take the health pack. So yeah, those are, again, cool ways to show video game mechanics.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's always interesting. But yeah, so that's another trait for this genre. Like they always try to find unique ways of showing these video game mechanics in the video game world that they are in.
There has been an evolution. Like Jumanji, when it came out, it was a board game, but then now it's a video game.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Mhm.
This thing. Also, another thing that I've noticed is quite often inside the video game world, right? They will have classifications. Because video games themselves have classifications, like of what level of character there is. But these classifications, at least in these kind of movies, right, are very high school type classifications. So there'll be like the jocks who are like the bullies inside the video game world, right?
Yeah.
There are like these bullies who will be inside this video game world. There'll be the nerds who, but more often than not, our character is one of the nerds.
Yeah.
Then there'll be like just the regular cool guys who will try and help or something. So there are like these very high schooly kind of categorizations. that take place.
The cool best friend.
Yeah, the cool best friend. Exactly. So
Yeah.
again, that was I forgot the actor's name, but that was Buddy's character in Free Guy.
Yeah.
His best buddy's name is Buddy. It's
Buddy.
hilarious. Okay, so I think we have covered a lot about this.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys want to add to this? What
No,
is
I
your
guess
favorite?
we-
What do you think? Which is your favorite from these movies?
Favorite as in like favorite movie among us.
Favorite movies among all these movies, these video game movies?
Oh, I recently saw Free Guy, so I would go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, you both go with that.
And
Okay, then one more if you have to give
tough call.
another one.
Jumanji.
Jumanji. Okay, the first
Yeah.
one. No, I mean
Yeah.
the second one. Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson one. Yeah.
Okay. That's called Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, which also means
Yeah.
that Dwayne the Rock Johnson has been in 2 movies titled Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah. Rishi. Which
Yeah,
is your
again,
favorite?
Jumanji and Free Guy.
Yeah, it's same, man. I would actually agree.
And
I
I think those two movies are only like accurate.
Yeah, I think both of us, all three of us, kind of like comedy also. So we're leaning towards
Yeah.
the 2 funniest
Hmm.
of the lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Jumanji and Free Guy are totally among the best in this genre. Which one do you hate from these? Spike is for me, hands down, is the worst. I get headaches just looking at that movie. Dude. Just looking at the poster of that movie. I don't know why I hated it so much, but I just do.
I would say Mortal Kombat. Oh, sorry, but then it doesn't
Doesn't
come in
count.
this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think. It seems I like all of these movies.
Okay, but if you had
No.
to choose a worst,
Okay, if I
I mean,
had to-
Tron is not great. You can say Tron.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the Drawn.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, same.
Alright, fair enough. Then just say it. Say it's bad. That's why you haven't seen it.
I watch all the good films.
Okay. So he only watches the good films. So the ones he's seen, he likes. And the
Yeah.
ones he hasn't seen,
Yeah, because I follow the recommendation from IBM likes.
oh wow, something nobody does.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. All right. Rishi, do you have a worst? Did you already tell me?
No,
You don't
I don't
have
have
a
it
worst.
worst. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Fair enough. All right. That brings us to the end of this part of this episode of IVM Likes, where we talked about movies based inside video games. And we have some awesome recommendations coming up for you guys right after this very short break.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into a show about crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
And we are back to give you guys some recommendations. So, Rishi, would you like to give us your recommendation, man?
Since we were talking about games and everything, so I would recommend a gaming channel called the Rad Brad. Rad Brad, RADBRAD. He's
Okay.
one of the top like gaming creators on YouTube right now, with sitting on 12.8 million
Rad
subscribers.
is Rad Lad?
Rad Brad.
Rad Brad. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Nice.
He does all the games walkthrough. Like he plays them
Oh, sick.
completely and uploads videos. So like every
Got
part 1, part 2 of. Like since
cool.
I don't have a PlayStation or like a high-end PC to play games, so I just watch them.
Dude, this is one of my
It's
guilty
so
pleasures,
cool
man.
as well.
I also like,
Same.
yeah, dude, I watch video game playthroughs all the time.
Yeah.
Gameplays and all, yeah. One of my favorite things.
So
Yeah, is there a
he-
video game you're looking forward to
Right
coming
now,
out?
I'm looking forward to Far Cry 6.
Oh, Far Cry 6. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I already
Great.
started uploading videos about it.
Oh, sick.
And even
Uh,
like they are long videos, like 45 minutes. So every quest
I'm really
takes
looking
some
forward to
time.
the new upcoming Gotham Knights video game,
Oh,
which is going to
okay.
be the characters from the rest of the Bat family, which is the three
Like
Robins and
you
Batgirl.
recommended Arkham Knight, right? The game.
Arkham Knight. Oh, dude.
And
one
I've
of my
been playing
favorites.
it for like 2 months, and I'm
Dude,
like,
it's so good, dude. It's so
but
good.
I'm like, I don't know that game, man. So
What? You don't-
difficult sometimes.
Arkham Knight is difficult. I mean, yeah, there is certain difficulty, of
See,
course.
like GTA, the entire world is like very vast. Like I
Yeah.
feel like Arkham Knight, the map and everything is very like condensed.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
dude, driving around the Batmobile is so much fun,
Yeah.
man. And story is great.
Yeah.
But
But I feel like the dialogues are very cheesy.
or is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. But
Hmm.
fair enough. For me, it didn't seem that cheesy. Arkham City is a better, like story-wise, is a better game.
Oh, yeah.
But gameplay-wise, I would say Arkham Knight is better for me
Yeah.
because you get Batmobile, you can soar around the skies a
Yeah.
lot faster
Yeah.
and easier, and the suit looks badass in Arkham Knight.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, damn cool, dude. Damn
Even the Arkham Knight suit looks great.
Yeah, how much of the story have you finished?
You know that the girl gets kidnapped, the detective's daughter?
Bad girl. Yeah.
No. Detective's daughter.
Yeah, Oracle. Oracle gets kidnapped. no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
bad.
still
In the
there.
comics, Oracle is Barbara Gordon. Barbara Gordon
Yeah.
is first Batgirl. Okay. And how she becomes the Oracle is she is shot by the Joker in the comics. Okay. She's shot by the Joker on the spine, and which paralyzes her from the waist down. But she still wants to help the Bat family and Batman. So she becomes the Oracle, which is like the tech support, like, the person in the ear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Arkham Knight, love the Arkham games. So that is Rishi's recommendation, Rad Brad, the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
All right. Abhineet, what about you?
Okay, so I am recommending a podcast this time. It's a limited series podcast, Spotify original called Virus 2062. Have you guys heard of it?
Virus, what?
Virus 2062.
No. I'm not.
Okay, so this is a like 10 episode podcast, like
Okay.
short one, not very like long episodes. It's like 20-25 minutes max per episode, starring Richa Chadda and Ali Fazal.
Oh, I know this. I've heard of this. How's it, dude?
Oh, it's good. Like it could be better. Like to be
Oh,
honest, it actually could be better. But then for a podcast, I heard something like this for the first time,
Okay.
and it's very, what do you call it, intriguing and very like immersing. I really enjoyed it. So it's basically a story about a guy who comes from the future, and he claims that the world is going to end in 2062 because of, again, the coronavirus
Okay.
mutation of the coronavirus, and it reaches at a certain stage when we cannot control it.
Oh wow.
So he comes back.
So then everyone's dying?
Yeah, the world ends.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's a
so-
post-apocalypse, or is it's like apocalypse going on? Like,
Yeah. So he comes back to 2022 or 23, where
Hmm.
he is treated like his doctor is Richa Chadda. So she is consulting him, and she is like basically interrogating him, ki what all happens, and she doesn't believe him. But then he keeps on saying ki, like, listen to me, and eventually you will end up believing me. And then he tells her everything, and it's basically a conversation between two people,
Hmm.
and they explain you and they take you through the whole story.
okay. So how is like each episode divided? Like it is divided in days? Is it divided in just periods of time? Is it divided like in
and
different-
it's divided in like okay, so let me explain you. So the interrogation goes on for like 7-8 days.
Okay.
So it's each episode is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So on one episode they do a polygraph test. On this next episode, maybe there's some other doctor coming in. They are like trying a physician. If he says he did time travel and stuff, so a physicist comes in and he said, "Ki explain me how things work in future." But then
Okay.
nobody believes him because he says some weird stuff which is yet to happen in this world, in this time. So it's confusing, but then eventually you end up understanding the whole concept. Again, it could have been better. I like the story, I like the concept, I like the storyline, but then they could have done it better. So that's my takes. But then you should check it out. It's really awesome.
All right. Cool.
It's called
No,
Virus
around-
Virus
2062.
2062.
Around
Yeah.
the same concept, there's a movie released on Amazon Prime, which is Chris Pratt, The Tomorrow War.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I know.
I
what you're
watched
talking
it.
about. Yeah.
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 All right. So that was Abhineet's. one second. All right. So that was Abhineet's recommendation. I would like to recommend a YouTube series, a YouTube play basically channel and series. The series is called Barstool Pizza Reviews, and
What?
Barstool Pizza Reviews. Okay, is this guy?
Okay.
His name is Dave Portnoy. He is a very big podcaster. He has one of the biggest sports blogs called Barstool Sports, and he's like very well known now in the podcasting and podcasting communities, pop culture, blog sphere kind of worlds, and very wealthy man also himself. And he has a YouTube series called Barstool Pizza Reviews, where almost every single day he goes to a different pizzeria, a different pizza place. This can be in New York, where he stays, or in other cities of America as well. And he reviews how good the pizza is. And his pizza reviews have become the go-to pizza reviews for America. In the sense, like, if you get like an 8 or above from him, your pizza is excellent. Okay, it's considered excellent pizza. If you get like a 9 and above, dude, forget about it. Next day, your restaurant is gonna be just jam packed with people. Okay, and you are sorted. Like for forthcoming years, at least, you're sorted with all kinds of like whatever. Like you're sorted with business and all. And then sometimes you get like 6 and lower, and you're like, oh shit, dude, my pizza really
Fuck.
sucks. but he's like very strict with his reviewing. He doesn't give 8s easily. He doesn't give 9s easily at all. He'll give like 7.6, 7.7, and he gives like always like point. It's like something point something. Because he doesn't go with. Also, he never gives a 10. Okay, he will never give a 10 because, dude, what if I have a better pizza in my life? Then I can't go
Yeah.
higher than 10. So it's always the highest he's gone. I think is 9.3 up till now. 9.4. I remember watching an episode where he was gonna go on by 9.4, but he ended up sticking to 9.3 only. So, but yeah, it's a lot of great, man. Like he has reviewed a lot of the main stay pizzerias from New York City, like Lombardo's and Luigi's and Lucali's, all these famous places like Best Pizza and all. So yeah, check out Barstool Pizza Reviews, Dave Portnoy. That's a lot of fun. That's it from me. A very simple recommendation on YouTube. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. If quickly, Rishi, could you just tell us what your recommendation was again?
Oh, the Rad Brad, the YouTube gaming channel.
YouTube gaming channel, Rad Brad. Abhineet?
I recommended a podcast called Virus 2062.
And myself, I recommended Barstool Pizza Reviews. That brings us to the end of this episode of IVM Likes. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys. Hey everybody, it's been a great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav speaks to Rafiq Ahmed Shah. He's 73 years old and a fourth-generation artist who is fighting to keep the vanishing art of Kashmiri carpet weaving alive. On Tere Mere Raaste, Keshav helps us get acquainted with Dharamshala, the Dalai Lama's abode, along with its twin, McLeodganj. On The Habit Coach, Ashton explains the importance of your starting point and how your goals and directions make an impact. On Marathi Kirtitun, Dr. Rajiv and Manik Deshmukh introduce us to the different languages spoken in India, their origin, and their evolution. And on The Wire Talk, Siddharth speaks to Dilip Menon, a historian of modern India. They discuss the worrisome practice of lynchings and rewriting the past in India. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any other show for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, Cred, Bank of Baroda, Quarter, CoinSwitch, Kuber, and Inter. We appreciate the support.
Have you ever wondered where the business world is headed? How the ways in which we create, market, and sell to consumers will evolve? Or if we'll ever go back to wearing pants while working? For answers to all of this and more, tune into Advertising is Dead with me, Varun Dugirala. Every Tuesday, as I talk to entrepreneurs, leaders, and change makers from across business, media, marketing, and beyond. You can catch all episodes of Advertising is Dead on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.